It's the mom life.
Hey everyone, welcome to another Living in the Moment with B.
And Steph, and we are back with our friend Alaina today to talk
Woo!
woohoo holiday traditions and keeping up with the Joneses, keeping on our theme of holiday stuff through the month of December.
Yay, welcome back, Alaina. I'm so excited to have you. Well, we're
Welcome.
excited. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thanks for having me again. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. I've said this before, but if for anyone that didn't hear the first episode, Alaina was my go-to mom. She has the oldest toddler from our toddler group, and so she is the leader of the band, y'all. We follow.
She's our go-to. So true. Guys, I'm back on my makeshift diaper box and it's like half empty. So if I just go plummeting down in the middle of this episode, it's because the box broke. I can like feel it wobbling anyway. So yeah, today we thought we'd talk about holiday traditions. Do you guys have any super like special traditions that are non-negotiable that you do or want to do every year with the kids?
I do. I mentioned in last episode I have tamales that I've always made with my families, and that's like an old tradition I grew up with, and that's definitely something I want to pass on.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as my family, we used to travel to my aunt's house to have Christmas. My mom was like, Christmas is about family. It's not about opening your gifts at home. But I feel like there's been such a shift in the culture now where people like to wake up in their home and open their gifts.
Yeah.
Is that where do you guys stand on that?
I like having a child now is a little different. Like I've always enjoyed waking up, with my sisters and my family and opening gifts. So I want the same for Mav.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to, the way I put it out there, so if you want to watch him open up gifts, you come to my house.
Oh,
That's nice.
nice.
Yeah.
So the door is
Yeah.
open. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That's
So
too.
we have I have siblings, and so they all have children, and they all want their own things too. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah.
I think
But I do enjoy watching Mav's face come down the stairs and opening presents. That is one of my favorite
oh,
parts.
that's cute. I feel like that's definitely, like we said, a shift because us too, we like being at home on Christmas morning. I think everyone just wants to be home.
Yeah. Growing up, I wasn't at home. We were at home Christmas morning, and then we went to my grandma's where all my cousins, and we had a huge, huge Christmas there. But my husband really likes to be home. Like he would just lounge in his pajamas and watch Christmas movies all day. And so when I have to drag him out of the house, it's challenging.
Yeah.
Does
So we
that
try
include
not to do that.
does that include Christmas Eve? Are you guys a stay at home both days, or is it just Christmas Day?
Christmas Eve is out. We go to my mom's for Christmas Eve, and my sisters and my nephews will be there. So we do that on Christmas Eve. Derek's tradition when I met him was to go, he took his parents out to dinner to Monroe's every Christmas Eve
That's
for
cute.
dinner. And so we had to incorporate that. And that's hard, right? Like joining two family traditions. And unfortunately, his tradition got squashed a little. So I'm trying to revive it this year. So I put my foot down with my family. And I said, we're going to see Derek's family and we will be there when we're done.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes that's
life
what you
goes
have
on.
to do. Yeah. That's
Yeah, you
good.
gotta
You do at
compromise.
some
Mm-hmm.
point, yeah.
Yeah, and it's good you're
Yeah.
seeing
So
both families in one day. That's a lot. I try to do like if my husband gets Thanksgiving, then I get Christmas or vice versa, because that's a lot. That's a
That's
lot
hard
of
to
people
do
in
when
one
you're
day.
far too, is like kind
Yeah,
of
I'm
split it
far.
up. So we do the same thing. We went to my husband's for Thanksgiving and now we'll stay here for Christmas. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, the blending when you get married, the blending of traditions and changing everything, that is difficult.
Yeah, because
that is really
they
hard.
they do it all wrong and we do it all right. So we gotta bend them to our
We're more
will.
important, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm important, so you need to join my traditions
Yes.
and do what I want.
Yeah.
That's hard. It's hard. And as a child, I come from a divorced family, so we were with my mom, we were with my dad, then we go to my grandma's and, just a million different places. And I was used to that. I don't mind. So if Derek wanted to, I would do it. We would go everywhere and see everybody, but, it's not just my life anymore. So
Yeah. Hashtag married life. I don't
yeah.
feel like I don't have any tradition, like, concrete traditions that I'm like, oh my gosh, we have to do this. Saul and I, when we got together, I think even before we got married, we like to binge all the Office Christmas episodes in one night.
Aww.
And we'll have like a
Okay.
charcuterie board and wine. And I think we started that like
Wow.
during COVID, but that one's fun. But that's obviously pre Maddie, and so we can still do it with her. She can hang out, But no, I need to think of stuff now to do with her too. I don't know.
That's so cute. That's so romantic. So what mine's not romantic, but what I started with JJ is every year I'm getting him a personalized ornament. And
Oh, that's
so
sweet.
I've
Yeah.
been able to match it like with his birthday theme. So his first year I just got a moose because it snowed.
Mm-hmm.
The second year I got a dragon, that was his theme, and this year we got a Peanuts one with Snoopy and Charlie Brown because his birthday was on Thanksgiving.
That's such a cute
Um,
idea to go with what they like
That
that
is cute.
year or with the theme of their birthday, like in your case,
yeah.
that it's really close.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that every year we know, like I look and under that I'll label it like the year and how old he was. And so he'll always have that remembrance.
Cute.
Yeah.
So
That's a good idea.
any new traditions you guys are trying to bring out with the kids?
So I have always done the personalized ornament like you do.
Oh,
So I did
cute.
that when I met Derek. We have even before Maverick. So since we met, we have personalized ornaments, and then we added Maverick in, and now he gets his own ornament. So I like the ornament thing, and just like I really just like baking with him. I want to do that cooking with him and making cookies. My mom used to make cookies with us. So that's just a really fond memory that I have. And so I would like to carry that on to Maverick. And then I did start Elf on the Shelf. So
Oh yeah, I've
I'm
been
in
seeing
that
your
for a long
posts.
haul.
Yeah.
We just talked about that because it looks so freaking stressful. I think Steph said she's on board. I am teetering back and forth, but I feel I'm going to have mom guilt because everyone does it. And I actually, when I was in San Antonio, we went to my cousin's house and Julian told the little girl, "Oh, the elf's not real."
No, he didn't.
And she said, "No, they are real. They are." And
good for
she
her.
stood her ground. She's 12 years old. She stood her ground, and I said, "You know what? She just made me believe, so I might I might do it too."
Yeah, did you give him a little slap in the
Oh,
car?
yeah.
My gosh.
Yes. He's all, "That's not what I
No
meant."
way.
Yeah.
Killer of Christmas magic.
I
I know
call him
you
the
see these,
Grinch.
Julian. Yeah, you're a Grinch.
McScrooge, yeah. Or I call him Humbug. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So we just started slow. So we introduced him little elf, and we don't do anything crazy with him all the time. A couple nights I've just moved him, and so Maverick likes to come down and just find him. Like, where did he go? Where is he now? Where's he watching me from? And then I've done a few little activities. So, yesterday I put Legos on the fireplace, and the elf climbed the Legos. And
That's cute.
yesterday he brought Maverick a toy because he slept in his bed. So it was like, I told Santa you were a big boy and you slept in your big boy bed. So he knows you like dice. So he brought you back some dice, and I left a little note saying that. And then Maverick was just like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool." Just little things. Yeah. And then I think this weekend we'll do something like the elf brings hot chocolate and marshmallows.
That's
and
fun.
do hot chocolate as a family. I just don't want to stress about it a whole lot. So, and he's 3. I have 10 years of this crap. So
yeah. Start slow.
I'll start slow.
Exactly.
But so what is the rule? Because she's my baby cousin. But she told me you're not allowed to touch the elves because it kills the magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And then how long do you do this? Like, does it start December 1st or can you start the last 10 days? Like, how stressed do you have to
I
be?
think
25 days?
I think I saw someone just start it yesterday. So I think it's your preference. It's what you make it.
Oh,
And
okay.
I think there are rules out there, but as far as like touching the elf, like if Maverick touches the elf, he loses his magic, but we put him in the tree to recharge. So
Isn't
Oh, I
it
I feel
love
like it's
that.
recharge.
based off the book too? So that's part of it, and like why it's a countdown to Christmas. I haven't actually read the book, but I feel like it's based off of like you bring the elf and the book together, and then it kind of says what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah, and Maverick was so overwhelmed. Sorry, he was so overwhelmed with the book, and what was happening that day that we introduced it that he didn't really pay attention to the book. So now I kind of like get to be a little lenient until he starts really remembering.
Have
So,
you guys seen those TikTok videos where you like record your actual house and then you show like I don't know, some AI crazy thing shows the elf moving around in your house and like, digging through the
yes,
cereal or doing what they're doing. I That's so fun. I've seen a few where the parents are showing
yeah,
the kids and the kids are just like, "Oh my gosh, like you got it on camera." And it's just so cute, like
or
so
Santa.
magic.
Have you seen them do that
yeah,
for Santa?
Yeah, the Santa ones too.
I was at the store
yeah.
and I just saw Snoop on the stoop or a Snoop on. Have you seen that Snoop
Yes,
Dogg?
Snoop on the
Oh,
stoop. Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say Snoopy. Snoop Dogg.
No, it's
no,
Snoop Dogg
Snoop
with his
Dogg.
like elf outfit and everything.
Oh my gosh, that's
So
funny.
maybe we'll do that one. I'm just kidding. I don't know which
For
one we'll do.
adults.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Speaking of TikTok, so keeping up with the Joneses, I feel like social media is like a huge influencer in people trying to do that because a lot of the times people are doing it just for the sake of posting it. Do you guys have any like feelings towards that or things that you do that is kind of keeping up with the Joneses that you know is important to you or anything?
Um,
I'm not I'm not TikTok savvy. Like I've recorded my ingredients and like my little recipes, but that's it. I feel like
You're not a
I need
content consumer. You're not sitting there like scrolling through
I'm not.
videos. Yeah.
I'm a
That's
creator
good.
and you're the researcher because she like she fills me in, y'all, because I don't know jack about what's going on in our society. I mean, I know all the bad stuff like the news, but yeah, I'm not a consumer for TikTok. So I there's no pressure for me to do anything because I don't know what's out
That's
there.
that's really good.
Yeah.
well, TikTok can be overwhelming because you're like watching all these different influencers show their new toys for their kids and gift lists and just my faves on Amazon. And so I'm just a sucker.
Me
So I
too.
always am like, what new gadget do I need?
Mhm.
And I like have all this junk. So yeah, I think as far as like keeping up with the Joneses and like what everyone out there is buying, what's the new gadget and what's the new toy, and it can be overwhelming.
I'm like that too, and I feel like it's part of our age range is that we're susceptible to that information that's thrown at us. But in looking up this stuff, part of what I've seen is like people that literally go in and debunk this influencer these videos. So it's like, no, they don't actually purchase and use all of this stuff. They purchase it, they do a haul, and they return it. And then they post the links, saying, "Oh my gosh, I love this. It's my
Oh
favorite thing."
wow.
And then you're there clicking the link, buying it, and then they get the commission when really they just bought it for a quick video, sent it back. And they do that with like Amazon with the Target hauls, these $1,000 Target hauls that they're doing. Um, Even like going through the store and pushing the basket and putting stuff in the basket, like half the time they're leaving the basket there. So seeing that stuff has helped me a lot because I'm like, not even they're doing it. Like it's not real.
So what is
Are
like
you?
the craziest thing you guys have gotten?
Like bot purchased, being
Yeah,
influenced.
right.
Oh well, this was COVID, but I bought the magnetic eyelashes.
Oh,
Oh, that
cool.
actually doesn't seem crazy.
Disaster.
Did they work?
Disaster.
Was
Oh,
it?
disaster.
Because I've been
Oh.
intrigued because
Yeah.
that same
So,
company makes the nails.
yeah. I was working from home and I'm like, I'm going to go during my break and I'm going to go upstairs and try these new lashes. And so I did it. I get the eyeliner and I put it on, which is just a hot mess. And by the end of it, like I had black, like everywhere. My eyes were like glued shut. It was a disaster. They were right in the trash.
That's slightly traumatizing, yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know how many takes that person had to do to get that to look like it was easy, but
Right.
it was not one.
Exactly. A lot of that stuff's not real. I don't know anything that I've necessarily been duped off of. I mean, I return a lot of stuff if I don't, if I don't like it. One excellent buy that I've had that is off of clicking a link of an influencer is it's by Rachel Ray, and you guys probably saw it in an infomercial like 20 years ago. It's called the faster pasta, basically. And you just microwave pasta in this container instead of sitting there and waiting for the pot to boil, and like it's way faster. I love that thing. I use it multiple times a week. So that was an excellent buy.
I have
Do
that.
you?
I
I
actually
love
have one
it.
of those.
Yes, I love that
Derek
thing.
had one when I met him, but I use it to steam vegetables, like more
Oh, that's a
steaming
good
than cooking. I've never
idea.
cooked pasta in it.
I didn't
Yeah.
even realize you could do that. That'll be on my list. That's a good idea too.
I think it has like a little rack on it that came with it. Yeah, anyway, it's pretty
I
cool.
don't
So
know. I'll have to show you.
you mentioned, Alaina, that you also want to be like one tradition you want to incorporate is baking and cooking for the holidays. Do you do that with Maverick like outside of the holidays, or because I just bought JJ, I don't know if you guys have seen those standing stools that you put by the
Oh yeah,
counter.
Alaina has one. I saw it at her house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I do.
So goodbye.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
Goodbye. Yes. Goodbye. Maverick loves it. So, outside of holidays, we do a lot of baking. He likes to watch me cook. He's been doing it since he was very, very small, since he was able to stand on that learning tower. He just loves the kitchen. So if I'm in there, he's in there asking questions and wanting to help. So we do that together. So I think baking during the holidays is not like going to be a hard task. It's just something that I want to make sure that I do all the time. So making sure we have time to that long process. I tend to do quicker things with them. So
The little ones love real life activities. Like Maddie loves to watch me cook.
They do.
She loves to just for me to hold her. She's not stable enough to stand in one of those things yet. But just hold her and watch me break up ground beef or vacuum or whatever I'm doing. That's why they sell all these adult things for kids, like the real Dyson vacuum, but for a kid, and all that fun stuff because they love it.
They just want to be involved.
Yeah.
I feel like that's I want to do like a new recipe per month, especially during the holidays. Tailor it more towards holiday dishes, but that's my goal is every month just do something we've never done and just make it a family dinner, like myself, my husband, JJ. So I'm very excited, and it looks like you girls are cookers too.
That's cute. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't call myself a great cook, but I got to make dinner every night, so.
Hey, so everyone's surviving.
Watching. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I do pretty well, but.
Yeah. And Alaina does the best charcuterie boards ever.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my gosh, they're so fun.
We're trying to get her to do videos. I'm like, girl, you need to do videos. Those are. I guess maybe I do watch videos, but maybe just food stuff.
Yeah.
I don't watch
you're not. You don't get into
stuff.
the weeds. That's probably good. Though, one part of
that probably was my best one so far.
That one was really good. Alaina sent us a picture of I don't even know this. It looked like 2 feet. Is that thing like 2 feet long?
Yeah, it's a long, looks like a long paddle.
Yeah, and she's like, I had to get out of the house so quick, I couldn't make a video. I'm like, you're transporting that? Like, how the heck are you taking that somewhere? It was crazy.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, really it was pretty.
It looked yummy. I'm like, girl, did you record? My first question.
Right, yeah.
I did take a nice video of the end product, but getting it to be a production, I just didn't have time for.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how can I do that again?
So jumping back to the holidays real quick, I just want to get your thoughts because we touched base on it last episode too, but we also touched base on Elf on the Shelf. But what are your thoughts on Santa? Are you gonna tell Mav there is a Santa and do the whole cookie Santa stuff, or are you? Because I did see that today, and I guess it really is an uproar. People are not wanting to tell their kids about Santa. They feel like you're backstabbing your children in some way. I'm like, what? It's about the magic, people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people think it's lying to your kids. I've heard that. I've heard all like that it's a big lie. And then they, when they grow up, they like, you lied to me my whole life about that. And I don't even think about that. Like,
me neither.
I love Santa. Maverick knows it's Santa. We visited Santa last year. There's this really cool thing where, my mom bought a letter from Santa. And so it was a letter from Santa to Maverick the night before, and it came with some glitter and reindeer food. And so we got to go put it out and we make it for Santa. And so he got really into it, and he loves Santa. And so we've seen Santa, we've talked Santa, and he's just all about it.
Yeah,
we saw
so fun.
This, however, so Maverick goes to preschool, and he's a 3-year-old, and I did not think this would be a thing so soon. But I get this text message from our school, and it was like, if your kid does not believe in Santa, please have a conversation with them to not spoil it for the other kids. And I was like, already?
I would be so
you are not
upset.
gonna ruin Santa for my son at 3 years old.
Little.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I was so mad. So I picked him up from school and I said, did you talk about Santa in class today? I was trying to get a feel of what happened. And he's like, no, so I don't know what happened. I didn't really go into details, but this other mom popped in a couple days later and said, if it was my son, I'm really sorry. His sister doesn't believe, so she really presses it onto, my son. And I was like, no.
That is disappointing. No. I didn't even think of that aspect of it, that it's a thing, people are not telling their kids either about Santa or the truth. And that they're doing it so young that those, they don't have a filter. They're going to go to school and be like, my mom said that's not real, and
but is it
horrible.
is it more detrimental to tell your kid, hey, just so you know, all those parents are lying to their kids, so you just continue to lie with them as well so you don't spoil it. Like, you're teaching them to lie.
Just go along.
Yeah.
Just don't have Santa at your house. Know.
It's still bad some way.
Just don't have Santa and don't talk about it. And that gives me anxiety for 5 years from now. You kids.
It's the magic of Santa,
Yeah.
It is magical. So, we did take Maverick to go see Santa and take pictures with him. And I was up in the upstairs getting ready, and I could hear my husband talking to Maverick. Maverick might have asked a question is this real Santa, or how is he here, or something like that. But I heard my husband say, this is not the real Santa, it's his helper. And I was like, oh, no. No. You can't it's like this thin line you have to walk, because at any moment he could be like, huh.
And he's inquisitive. Yeah, he's asking everything.
Yeah. I feel like that's
so I was like, we need to get.
No, go ahead.
You need to get your story straight with your spouse.
We need a match. Our stories need a match. Yeah.
That's part of that meshing families thing, because I feel like that's something that you would have heard from your parents. Like, oh, it's Santa's elves, they're Santa's helpers. And then others are like, nope, that's really Santa. And so even that stuff is, stuff that you wouldn't even think of is stuff you have to address at some point.
I freaked out because we saw Santa in the wild last year at Costco. Me and Maverick were just cruising along, shopping, and there was this old man with a white beard, and Maverick was like, is that Santa? And I was pretty close to the gentleman, so he turned around and he went, shh.
Oh, that's
and
really
Maverick's
nice.
face lit up. I loved it. And so Maverick has seen Santa in the wild, And so when now we tell him that he has helpers, no.
Yeah.
And
So,
you just got to be like clever and quick about it, because like even Steph last time, which I thought was clever, I had never heard, but she said her mom said, "Oh, Santa shops at Walmart too, or at Costco too," or so I'm like, "Oh, that's clever."
Yeah. The
I
stuff
never
Santa
heard of
can't
it.
make, he
and I
gets
feel
at
like,
Target. Yeah.
Yeah, he outsources to Target. You go, Santa. You know what we want.
and as a kid, I don't think I saw a lot of Santas around. Like I know there was like we saw Santa at the mall, and then Santa on TV,
Yeah,
and
that's
then I
true.
knew Santa came to my house.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like there's so many establishments that have pictures of Santa now that there's Santa everywhere.
Yeah. You know what was really cute when I was a kid that just reminded me of? My grandma would have Santa come to the house on Christmas for us. And like if one of my immediate family members wasn't missing, because I remember looking for everybody and everybody was there, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, like it's the real Santa. Like, and I don't even know to this day who it was. Who knows who she had to come? Probably friends and whatever. But that was cool. So that's fun
Yeah.
for the kids. Any way that you can create more magic is fun for them.
Old traditions, new traditions, we'll take them all.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, that's really all I had. Did you guys have anything else? Any fun traditions or anything else to bring up?
Lights. We love looking at lights. That's
That's a
just
good
been something
one.
I've always loved to do.
Yeah.
Drive around, look at lights. We try to
Oh,
do
in your
it.
neighborhood?
We go everywhere. We just go everywhere
That's a good
in our
one.
neighborhood. Yeah, we get hot cocoa and just drive around in our pajamas.
Oh, I love that.
pretty
That's cute.
I was driving back from Daisy's
Derek and I
last
have been doing
night,
it together.
and I made some pit stops to look at lights, so it's fun.
Yeah,
Drive by
yeah, we
Stephanie.
love that.
They go all out.
Actually, the house
Take a
across the
look.
street from us is really beating us this year.
Oh.
It looks really, really good, their house. I was talking
It's-
to them today. I'm like, how the heck did you guys even do half of this? So they were telling me, but
It's hard to keep up with the Joneses.
It's very hard. Yeah. So true.
We don't have any lights up right now. We look like the Grinch house on the
Yeah,
corner.
us either.
Everyone up the street has lights. All around us has lights, and we're dark. So I'm like, we have to get out there and put our lights out.
That's okay.
But,
It can be a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like we say, guys,
Yeah,
balance and boundaries. Do what you can.
Yes.
I just have to put into perspective that like you can't take time for granted, but yeah, we don't have to do it all this year or right away. So
No, it's true.
yeah,
Because we're just people, can only do so much. So
We're
I
just
agree.
surviving the
Right.
season.
Yeah. I agree. I think that's it. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Please remember that you can also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Spotify, you can speed us up if you want to listen at two times the speed. But anywhere you want to listen, please tune in. And we thank you guys for your continued support. And we will. Oh, and thank you, Alaina, for coming on again. We always enjoy talking to you.
yes, thank you.
We'll
for
have her on
having
again
me.
for more topics. But anywho, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Hey, thank you.
Living in the moment, it's the mom life.